Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. This time, we're going to be taking a look at the Book of Sacraments. It's a pretty fascinating text, less about, traditional religion and more about figuring out, well, what might come after this life.
Yeah, kind of like a roadmap,
Yeah.
for the bardo, that state between death and rebirth.
And we've got some pretty interesting sources to help us unpack this. The book itself, which is written by E.J. Gold, is structured kind of uniquely. It uses these numbered aphorisms, or you could almost think of them as prayers, like affirmations to help guide you through this journey.
Yeah, and the forwards themselves are fascinating. Like the one by the editor, Linda Corvo.
Right.
She actually says she wants this book read to her on her deathbed.
Wow, talk about commitment. What do you think it is about this book that makes it so powerful enough for someone to want it as their final companion?
I think it's how it handles those big questions about death and the nature of reality. But it does it in a way that's not tied to any one religion. It's really focused on pure spiritual consciousness as the ultimate reality, no matter what you believe in this life.
Okay, so let's break down that phrase a bit. Pure spiritual consciousness. What does that even mean, especially in the context of this book?
Well, it's getting at the idea that there's a reality beyond what we can see and touch, a deeper kind of energy or awareness that connects everything. And the book suggests that by tapping into that, we can break free from that cycle of birth and death.
Okay, liberation. So this isn't just about like floating in a white light after we die.
Not exactly, no. The Book of Sacraments describes a pretty intense journey through this bardo state, one where you confront different aspects of yourself, and honestly, some of those are pretty scary.
Okay, now we're getting to the good stuff. The book actually lays out specific stages of this afterlife journey. So first up, death and the encounter with the clear light.
Right, and it's described in some pretty vivid terms. You feel the earth sinking into water, then the water into fire, fire into air, and then finally that air dissolving into the void of spiritual consciousness.
Whoa, that's pretty intense.
Yeah.
So is this clear light what people talk about in near-death experiences?
There are definitely some similarities. The book describes it as this state of pure awareness. And if you've prepared properly during life, you might have the chance for a conscious rebirth.
Okay, hold on. Prepared properly. So we're talking daily meditation and only eating organic kale.
Maybe not the kale, although it couldn't hurt.
Um,
But yeah, the book really emphasizes the importance of cultivating your spiritual body during life, essentially becoming more aware of that pure spiritual consciousness we were talking about.
So the more tuned in we are to that spiritual side, the more say we get in what happens after we die.
Yeah, that's the idea. The book suggests that by letting go of all those attachments to the material world and, really recognizing